Different types of connector. DB type connectors. DB9 connector. The term DB9 refers to a standard connector, type 1 of the D subminiature or D subtypes. The DB9 connector has the smallest footprint of the D subminiature connectors, with 9 pins for the male connector or 9 holes for the female connector. D15 connector. The D15 connector is a 15-pin analog socket from the D subminiatures. D subconnector family. The prefix D refers to the connector shells. D shape. The D15 connector is the most commonly found in serial and parallel ports, where it allows asynchronous data transmission in accordance with the RS-232 standard RS-232C. DB25 connector. The D subminiature D sub connector plug and socket family for the computer and communication device includes the DB25. The DB25 connector is a 25-pin electrical connectors used for serial and parallel computer ports. It is laid out in the two rows with one 13-pin row above another 12-pin row. DB37 connector. On our input expansion board's male plug, DB37 connectors are primarily used for analog inputs. They have 37 pins in the two rows and are subminiature D connectors. On connecting cable, they mate with female electrical socket D37 connectors. D50 connector. A DB50 is a small computer system interface SCSI application connector that has 50 pins in 3 rows. Centronic connectors. Centronic 36, male telco 36, a cable used to connect a printer and a computer on a PC. It typically refers to a cable with a 25-pin DB25 male connector for the computer and the 36-pin Centronics male connector for the printer. It is referred to as Centronics cable because it connects to the computer parallel port. Centronics 36 female. The Centronics parallel interface is an older standard I/O interface that is still widely used for connecting printers and other devices to computer. At the printer or other device, the interface typically consists of a long cable and a 36-pin male and female connector. Centronics 50 male. These 50-pin male right-angle crimp Centronics connector are used to terminate round cable connectors. They can easily be used to create a custom length cable as well as a custom pin out, resulting in a long-lasting connection for all applications. MDR36 male IEEE 1284. IEEE 1284 is a bidirectional parallel communication standard for computers and other devices. Centronics invented it in the 1970s and it was widely known as the Centronics port both before and after its IEEE standardization. Miscellaneous connectors. IEEE 488. Hewlett-Packard created the IEEE 488 digital communication bus specification which is used to connect short-range communication device. This is also known as the Hewlett-Packard Interface Bus or the General Purpose Interface Bus GPIB, HPIB. Utility. Utility connection refers to the installation and connection of a prefabricated house to utilities such as electricity, water, sewage, gas, or fuel oil. Current loop. A current loop is a communication interface for a serial communication that utilizes current instead of voltage to signal current. Loops can be employed over relatively long distance, 10 kilometers, and interface with optically isolated lines. Data connector. A data connector is a scheduled procedure that pulls data from a source location and writes it to a destination location. SDL connector. SDL connection use a metal or plastic shield to protect connector signal pins. AAUI. The Apple Attachment Unit Interface or AAUI is a mechanical redesign of the conventional attachment unit interface AUI used to connect Ethernet transceivers to computer equipment by Apple. AUI was popular prior to the early 1990s domination of 10-base-T networking. AAUI was an attempt to make the connection considerably smaller and more user-pleasant. IEC connector. The Worldwide Electronic Conventional IEC is defined as an organization that produces and publishes international standards for electronic and associated technology, commonly used to refer to one of the 13 power connections mentioned in IEC 6032 standard.